To this Loose Trunks SummerSlam special. I am Adam Schofield. I'm not Tugboat. Tugboat is not here. Tugboat says he's at a wedding. In reality, we've actually locked him up for his heinous views of Shinsuke Nakamura. So, fuck you, Tugboat. But yeah, we're going to get straight to the point. As you can see, I'm dressed up normally, as I normally would be, because I'm a fucking lord. I have my beach ball in hand, because it's SummerSlam. I want to be summary. My panel, on the other hand, taking SummerSlam maybe a little bit too seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, the panel!
Woo, Summer! Yeah!
Yeah,
I'm a thrill ride. I mean, that was the one.
You all look like fucking idiots.
What?
Whoa! These are my finest England shorts.
Exactly, look.
Fine.
Fucking
I
Umbro
guess they're
glory.
all right.
Oh, they're only about 12 years old.
Yeah, maybe.
Where did my chair go?
I don't know where your chair went, but on that note, let's do introductions. First up, he is on the floor in a paddling pool today. It is Daniel Bryan's very own lover, Adam the Bomb Machiavelli.
Yeah! He's my bestie!
Yeah, you been alright?
I'm alright, yeah.
You treat yourself well?
I'm good. I'm feeling it in the mood for summer. Yeah.
You look very summery today.
I'm feeling summer, yeah. So,
And, you know, it's quite special in a way. But moving on, he is straight from the Rainham Calf, and he is the ragiest person I know. I just don't quite understand how he keeps the veins in his head. It is Lean Mean Wilkie! Are you calm today? You good?
Yeah, I'm calm.
calm to me.
I'm calm. There's one thing I've noticed in the absence of Tugboat, though. Where's Batista?
Oh, he's down here. He does.
I
Oh,
don't
no.
know
Oh,
where he
shit.
is.
Oh.
Oh, no, he's
Suffocating.
he's suffering.
He's where he belongs.
Unfortunately, he got out, so...
Suffocating under the paddling
Suffocate
pool.
Batista.
Where he belongs.
Sit under my anus.
But it's brilliant to be here
Yes.
for the SummerSlam
Nice.
special, making my deck chair debut.
Beautiful. I love the deck chairs, by the
Yeah,
way.
love
Just
the
a
deck
nice
chairs.
touch.
So thanks for having me.
The deck chairs are good, but you couldn't buy one more.
No.
You wanted
don't
to see it
deserve
on
it.
a poll.
I did, to be fair.
Finally, we of course is a Loose Trunks regular who is putting on his best Hulk Hogan impression today. It's Dave Farrington.
Straight from Muscle Beach.
Yeah, you do look like you're from Muscle Beach,
Brother,
or
looking
at,
out.
least, or at least a nerd version of it.
And he's also...
Like you do, at the minute you do look like Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows would just come up to you and be like, nerd.
And also, like
Fuck
Hulk
all
Hogan, Dave is also extremely racist.
There you go. There you go. This is true, mostly through outtakes that you've
I've
never
not
seen.
said anything yet.
Technically, these guys have never said
Or,
anything.
you know, the episode where...
Oh no, let's just shut up right now and carry on. So we are going to go straight into it. Dave's very themed for this match. We're going to talk about the United States Championship match between AJ Styles and Kevin Owens. Now, this has been going on for a while. We've seen quite a few title changes. The Madison Square Garden, you had Battleground where the title change happened that we were not quite sure if it was meant to happen. It was all a bit over the place. And now we've got Shane McMahon as a special guest referee. What do we think? Dave, you're dressed up as it. We'll start with you.
Yeah, I was surprised by it. I thought they was going to go down the route of Shane versus Kevin Owens personally, but it's going to be interesting. I wonder what they're going to do with Shane. You know, why chuck him in the mix if you're not going to do anything with him? So I'm really interested to see what they're going to do because they played hot potato with that title, just like they did with the War keeps getting my W's out with the Raw Women title. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with this belt and where they go.
Will this be the final one? Do we think? Like,
You'd like to think so
last
because
match?
of how long it's gone on
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
For me, I don't think that title change meant to happen because the match that they had on SmackDown, the finish looked eerily like what it kind of should have looked like on the pay-per-view. So that was my thought. And I also think that it is just too many title changes.
Do we reckon though that's by accident? That's like AJ should have kept it originally. Yeah. And it's just a case of...
It didn't seem planned, did it? No.
Yeah, but then saying that, they've then managed to book it up to SummerSlam because of what they've done.
Very true.
And I think Shane McMahon being the rest could shout.
Yeah. Is this look by the looks of things looks like it's going to lead to some sort of Kevin Owens Shane McMahon feud? It's obviously not going to be at SummerSlam. I don't know. Is this
Maybe,
where it's
but
going?
then, I think it could do, but like, does anyone really want to see Kevin Owens v Shane McMahon?
Did anybody want to see Kevin Owens against AJ?
Yeah, I know, but then that turned out to be obviously a nice surprise. But then I'm not that bold about Owens versus Shane, really.
For me, what I think's quite nice about it is that my one problem with Kevin Owens, and I know he's been doing the Face of America thing, but for me, he's in the last couple of months he started to lose a little bit of relevance, and he had this problem last year building up towards SummerSlam as well, and it just started to lose a little bit of that edge. But this Shane McMahon stuff, where he's just complete raging that he's being completely screwed over, has brought it back a little bit for me. So maybe it's a good fit. But do you guys feel the same way, or
yeah?
Am I talking
I
shit?
think it depends. Like the match will be good if there's a good build up towards it. I think like if they like because they've got a good base now with the whole Owens and sort of Shane feud going on.
Yeah.
So I think if they they build on that going towards Survivor Series, or even they go to the Rumble even and have a sort of big match there. But be interesting to see how it goes. I'm sort of annoyed Jericho's not involved with the SummerSlam match.
We'll talk
I
about
thought they were
Jericho
going
later.
towards a triple threat for the US title, but he seems to have come back for one match and then
he's just disappeared again.
gone off Fozzy again. So.
We're going to come back to Jericho because that is a weird one, but we'll move along and we're going to jump straight in here to one of our regular features on the show. Of Loose Trunks. If you watch Loose Trunks, you'll know this feature. Although Doug no longer hosts it, he had a celebration party on the last episode where he dropped it. Because we're going to move on to the Cruiserweight title. But naturally, to really talk about the Cruiserweight title match, we have to move on to our Cruiserweight specialist, who is now, Impact corner man himself. It is Rowdy Haslam with the 205 Live Report.
Hola, mi amo es tu bu ping pong yo, ding dang yo, viejo al número informe e vivo 205. Vamos a hacer esto para Queen el gran partido de todo el mundo ha estado hablando de no andar asistente de Gale. Arriba! En un partido de fuma, este partido fue absolutamente brutal. Y recomiendo encadenarme hubo silas involucradas. Si hube a la rampe, si vía tan dolorosa y por desgracia. No anda perdido, sin embargo, Kota y incredible talent de promoción de David Alicia Bolt en la promoción. ¡Arriba! Truco like Mustafa Ali. También Ravida con un dutu de tri. Partido Ali requirió la victoria. Sin umaga gulak, sin tu por ir a la cudera supera fue para darle tu lluvia no publicó. Aquí en Ottawa ha tenido bastante la gravedad con Never y Ariel Tavares. Fue ha sido impresionante como Tari así ha involucrado. Sin embargo, tratamos de todo a la para convertir en el contender número 1 para el campeonato de peso grueso. Homos notable fue el Brian Kane.
Right,
Yeah.
I did not get a word of that.
Okay.
Something about tapas. I don't know.
The fuck just. I mean, I know he's gonna do like why the mask? Like, does he not? I know it's TNA, but
to be fair, like, even though it was in Spanish, I enjoyed it more than when it was in English.
I mean, I appreciate the effort, but
I love the fact that's the debut as well.
yeah, that was
Start as you
Haslam.
mean to go on. Next week French. Yeah,
I mean, for our Spanish fans, I'm hoping that wasn't
we have
too
one.
broken for you. Pardon the pun, but let's Right, okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
205 predictions, by the way. Neville, Tozawa.
Neville.
Neville.
I can't see anyone other than Neville.
He's just-
having
he
a
is
chance.
the
Neville's going
cruiserweight
to
division.
win forever.
Yes,
Exactly.
pretty much.
Win until they just stop doing 205.
Win until they just stop doing things, yeah. Right, we're going to go on to a particular match because we're focusing on key matches here. And this one is straight to Wilkie's heart. This is the Raw Women's Tag Title match. Oh, I see he's gone already.
Easy.
Oh.
Come back to us.
Oh, I got a little sensitive. The Raw Women's Tag Title, Raw Women's
If
Title
only,
match,
yeah.
if only, yeah. Between Alexa Bliss and Bayley. Now, we're filming this on the 4th of August. At this point, we're going to start with the fact that Bayley is injured. And it is not known if she's going to make it for SummerSlam or if she's going to be out for a while. If this is the case and she can't do SummerSlam, who takes her spot?
Well, it seems obvious that it'd be Sasha Banks, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I was surprised they've gone with Bliss versus Bayley for
Same.
SummerSlam, really, because it seemed like
She's already lost.
there was unfinished business with Sasha Banks and Bliss,
Mm.
and then suddenly, Bayley beat Banks, and then that was it, and then Bayley's already fought Bliss and then lost, so why are they going back to that?
And now they're
It
back to Bayley.
doesn't make sense again to me. So there's
Yeah.
no consistency, and it's just.
I thought it was brave for WWE not to have more women chucked into the matches because
Yeah.
we've always moaned that come on WrestleMania, it's just all the women chucked in all the women's matches.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they went ahead with 2 single matches on both Raw and on SmackDown.
I'm glad you said that because I was thinking the exact same thing. Where I've said this in previous episodes, where they've just on their big events they just throw all their women into a pot, and it's like no, just have them.
Gives it
fucking
that
singles
importance.
matches.
Like that's the
And,
level to
yeah.
get to.
Granted, this one is up in the air now, but do we agree with Adam? Is Sasha the one to fill the boots if she
Yeah.
needs to?
I think Sasha's the one. There's not enough time for them to do this like Nia
Anything
Jax
else?
turn thing. Plus, it's quite fun what's going on with those two.
Yeah.
Although, having said that, basically it's hard for me to comment on anything Alexa Bliss because when she's on the screen, I don't pay attention to anything else except for how much I'm in love with her. So, yeah, it's difficult. Hoping she walks out with the title, but, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not that bothered as long as she's still on TV.
Fair. Post that, I mean, granted, we haven't really got much to go on because we don't know if Bayley's going to be in it, but I'm assuming a Bliss win for most of us.
Yeah.
Right? Unless they just pull
Bayley
something
winning
fucking
was
random out of the hat.
My prediction is bold, all right, but my prediction is Bliss wins, whoever it is. She finishes the match. She walks back through the curtain to Gorilla, and then all of a sudden something just dawns on her, and then she punches in some random digits on her phone, which just so happen to be my phone number. And my phone rings, and I go, "Hello, Alexa. Yeah, I know. This has been coming. We won't make a pun. Yes, I'll fly out to meet you. Yeah, have you got rid of that ginger bastard? Yeah. Oh, you have. Okay. All right. I'm quitting my job and I'm on my way.
It's out there, but
It's gonna happen.
It's out there.
Yeah.
It's certainly out there. Like at SummerSlam as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah.
On air, in
Yeah.
the ring.
Yeah. So we'll be
Like,
watching
you would
it.
just appear
We'll be
and give
watching
her a
it live.
sandwich.
After
Get the
this,
sandwich.
after that, obviously, I won't have that much time to do the random calf or anything, but it won't
Understandable.
matter because I'll be fucking Alexa Bliss.
Well, there you go. That wasn't crude. So, moving over to SmackDown. And their women's title match between Naomi with her glowy as fuck
Oh,
championship belt.
fuck.
great, isn't it?
Can I just go on that title for a minute?
Go for it.
Why? Why the fuck have you turned the title into a kid's toy?
I mean, I love it.
Why?
Come on,
Thing
Wilkie,
is,
feel the glow.
thing for me, her entrance with all the glow thing was always great, and then she got the title, and she just had some massive like just blank around her.
I get it, but it's a
And-
title.
I like
that's
that it makes
going,
it
"Oh,
like unique, but I just don't like Naomi. So
You should love that title how it is. Like, you work your entire career for that title. Why would you cover it in plastic lights?
Hang on,
You can't!
I'm gonna
save
go
it
with
for
Adam
the
for a
rant.
moment.
Okay.
Why?
I was
why,
fuming at WrestleMania. Just saying.
why don't you like Naomi?
I just, she's just bland. I think it's not really like she's just very average in the ring, and she's not got any character. Her character is just the neon lights, and that's it.
It's a bit harsh,
Yeah.
isn't it?
So
She's typical like white meat babyface as well at
Yeah.
the moment, which just like Oh, it just
It's
grates
very
me.
marky
It just
thing to
doesn't
hate.
like. Right, so I wouldn't say I hate it. I'm just not interested.
Yeah.
So.
All right,
You know,
I mean, Dave.
I
Like,
was more surprised that Natalia got
Yeah,
picked to
yeah,
be the
well-
number one contender.
Well, we'll go into this now because this was a major surprise at Battleground. I think for a lot of people is that Natalia is the one to. My dad is Bret Hart. Is the
Uncle.
one to. My uncle is Bret Hart. Fucking hell, I can't fucking tell. They're all incest.
Probably turns out it's the truth.
Stews.
Natalia is the one to get the title shot, singles as well, and I think this is the first major push Natalia has had in a long while.
And I think she's going to do it. But I also reckon the minute she wins, I think that there's
Carmella.
a certain person,
Carmella
Carmella's going to
jumps
come
in.
down and she's going to cash in and steal the
And
thunder.
they'll have the return of Ellsworth.
Yes. And
Hold-
Missed Ellsworth.
Holding with Natalia for a moment, is this too late? Like, she's been around for a long time now, and I've made complaints about Natalia before of how I feel she's just like a brick wall. Like, she's a great wrestler, but it's got nothing else to her. She's just like a
Likes
character.
cats.
Yeah, she likes cats.
She had that
and she's
fighting
just
gimmick,
a
that
bit
was good.
wooden. Yeah, but she's just always been a bit wooden for me. This is a big push for her, but is it just too late? Are we going to see this and then she's going to fade off into obscurity again?
if bear in mind this is the next big pay-per-view other than WrestleMania for some people. They haven't built her up enough, in my opinion. I think there's other people who they could have maybe picked who are already built instead of her.
Yeah.
She needed more time to build up, and I just think it's a weak choice. It's a good choice in terms of wrestling ability, but in terms of a storyline build-up, I think it's weak.
Yeah.
The only other option for me would have been if they went with Charlotte, but it's really predictable.
It was predictable.
And plus, I don't think that Natalia will win the title, even though I think it would be cool. And I don't think it's too late to answer your question.
Yeah.
But I do agree that she's been a bit of a flannel in recent years. But she can definitely. I think it'd be believable if she won.
Yeah.
But I think the reason they haven't done it is because Charlotte will be the one that takes the title.
I think if Natalia loses, that will be the missed opportunity. I think if she wins, the only way to really make Natalia a credible, like one of the big.
They'll
stars.
miss a trick. I think they should because it would. They need another woman up there as well, and she can do it. But I can't see him pulling the trigger on it.
The Carmella. Oh, sorry, Karen.
I was going to say, I think with Natalia, like, it's the best she's been, I think, probably in her entire career, which is not saying a lot because she's not that amazing, but it's the best Natalia's been with her in her character.
For me, it's certainly the biggest
long time,
opportunity
so.
in terms of exposure and focus.
Well, maybe this is her last match. Maybe this is her giving
Maybe
her
it's swan
final.
song.
Especially when you think you've got the Mae Young Classic coming up with all these women that are going to be coming through.
Flooding in, yeah.
I personally think like it's time to move on, and maybe this is her last match, especially with her husband, not being passed by WWE medical team.
So this guy.
Because of that guy, yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe this is a bye-bye match. Who knows?
Fair enough. The Carmella factor. Is she going to cash in?
I'm saying no because I think the cash-in will come from Baron Corbin.
As a general.
Someone's going to.
At SummerSlam.
I don't know, I just think the SummerSlam cash-ins is so cliche now.
We've seen it a few times, Del Rio, Orton, we've seen it a couple, but I do reckon Carmella will hold it for a long while. I don't see her cashing it in too early next year. I think there's a lot of room to develop her as a character, and then maybe we'll get that big moment with Ellsworth going, you, basically. I keep dropping this fucking ball! Sorry, carry on.
Beach Ball Mania, man, it drives you crazy.
Yeah, it's Beach Ball Mania.
I hate Beach Ball
I
Mania.
hate Beach Ball.
Right,
Can we just put that out there right now? Any fans who take part, did you guys take part in Beach Ball Mania?
No.
We tried to grab it and fucking burst the fucking thing.
If you want, if you think that I get angry during a rant, you should have seen me during the Neville Cruiserweight match, the Raw After Mania, when that was going on. Oh my god, I was absolutely raging. I was shouting at people, trying to get hold of them balls to burst them, but not even the type of dickheads that grab the balls to be like, we're going to ruin it. Bang! Oh, no, the bad guy. No, I'd pick up the ball, shank it with a blade, and go, what's the match?
The match was actually
Right,
good.
yeah, it was a great match.
Yeah.
Most people didn't
So there you are.
watch
Beach Ball Mania. If you want to stop it. No.
Don't.
You. I see you.
Yeah.
Fucking stop it, you fucking bellend.
Dick.
You
Go to the
wank
beach for
stain.
that.
What's the thing we do?
Pile of wank.
You pile of wank. You, if you do fucking Beach Ball Mania, are a pile of wank.
Yeah.
Fucktard.
Beautiful.
And fucked.
Speaking of fucktards, Rusev versus Orton. I'm not going to talk about this one for long. Do we care
I
about
don't.
Rusev versus Orton?
I hope Rusev wins because I like him. That's about it.
Yeah, he needs a push.
The best I heard, Sam Roberts summed it up this week on his podcast. Randy has come off the back of the 3 losses to Ginger. I was about to say Ginger then. Jinder. So people think, we need to win. Blah, blah, blah. I think Sam's right when he says that I think that Orton's losing
Yeah.
to Rusev to give Rusev that push. Just did the honours for Cena. And then I think Randy goes away for a little while.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it's in his contract that he gets time off as well, isn't it?
Maybe he does, that
did
makes
do it for a
sense.
little while. I think he loses and then he goes away for a little while.
I think the only shame with this match is that there's so little build for it. Like, granted, again, time of filming this, we've come off of 1 segment, but so that could all change within like the space of 2 weeks. But it feels like a match that is stealing a spot on the main card from another one because it's Randy Orton. It's not going to be on the kickoff show. It's going to be main card. And it just feels like I feel like that will steal spotlight from another potential good match. Like.
It could be a very good match.
Could be.
Like,
Yeah.
I do like Randy Orton. He's still one of the smoothest guys.
Yeah,
out
no,
there.
he's great.
Enjoyed watching it, but there's seen so many Randy Orton matches that you just.
Okay.
But I do love Rusev. Rusev's up there.
Yeah.
For me, Randy Orton, his character is a viper, he's a snake. You know, snakes aren't meant to be good. You know, they're not seen as good creatures. You know, they're meant to be evil and things like that. And for me, I'd like to see Randy lose to Rusev, and then he just like keeps on losing. He's fed up of losing, and he just snaps and then becomes this old viper heel character. I'd like what he's good at. You know, when Randy's a heel, he's one of the best in the business, and he needs to go back to being that because being a face never works for him. Never works.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right. So, as I've said, at the time of filming this, it is the 4th of August, so we've only got so many matches announced at this point. We are going to go into some matches which is pretty obvious is going to happen, or most likely to happen, so hopefully this is correct. We'll start off with one that is a shoo-in to happen. Whether there's a stipulation or not, we don't know. But the SmackDown Tag Team titles, Usos and New Day, who I have been fucking smashing it the last couple months. Like, yeah, just the Battleground, hands down, best match, and it opened. Thoughts?
I totally agree. First match on, best match of the night. Battleground was the first pay-per-view for a while that I got up in the morning. Obviously, you American guys get the pleasure of just being able to watch it in the evening. We don't get that. So I woke up in the morning, I looked at the results, I looked at it, and I just went, I'm not even going to watch that tonight. Obviously, because I'm a dirty mark, I watched it anyway. But yeah, that match, best by a mile.
Yeah. Went downhill from there.
And those guys, those guys have been killing it. All those matches. You know, it's the same with the Kevin Owens AJ thing. We've seen the match a good few times, but when it's that good, who cares? Just keep throwing it at me.
Just keep doing it.
I know the New Day are going to retain. Well, you basically know that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they will. Yeah.
They most likely will, but Usos have just.
Was it their promo they did on the most recent SmackDown when they did the whole New Day entrance thing?
Yeah.
But then that was really cool.
Everything they do at the moment is just gold, and you know I love it. And who would have thought we'd be sitting here, SummerSlam 2017, saying how good the Usos are.
This time last year, you'd be like, oh, not the fucking Usos.
Exactly.
The taking down New Day while Big E was doing his the entrance thing. It was me and Doug spoke about it the other day. I don't understand why that hasn't happened already.
Yeah.
Just because Big E's in Gorilla doesn't mean...
It's great comparing the two as well, because New Day were in the same boat. They were a shit team, and then they just kind of revitalised like how they go about things rather than just sticking with the positivity thing. They went nuts, and it was brilliant. Usos gone heel, done this whole gangster vibe, I guess. Like, that's probably wrong. I'm probably
What's
feel
this
like
sort of
I'm
like
out of
under
touch
like a sort of
it's a
ghetto
bit
hood
more
thing.
street.
Streets.
Just evil street thugs.
Streets.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Street.
Yeah, West Side.
Throw up
West
your
Side.
case.
West Side. The other tag titles, the Raw Tag Team titles, by the looks of things, they're heading for Cesaro, Sheamus versus Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I'm intrigued by this one because they've nailed for me, they've nailed it on the head with the whole dynamic between Rollins and Dean.
I think the story between them two has been the best story on Raw, SmackDown in the last few weeks. I think because it's I like that as well. I think his new entrance thing for that's really good. I like that. So.
But yeah, they've gone very tentative.
Like the slow burn as well. There's obviously there's years of history between them, so it makes sense that Dean wouldn't tag with him straight away and then trust him still.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm hoping eventually it leads to them teaming up, but then Dean turning on Rollins and then Dean turns heel. I hope
Read
that
my
happens,
mind.
'cause that'd be cool.
Do we not think this will head to an eventual Survivor Series Shield reunion? That's where I think it's going.
I don't think they pull the trigger on that yet.
Nah?
I agree with Adam. I mean, they get back together and they do tag, and I think Ambrose turns on them and they disappear again, and I'm talking for another prolonged period of time because Roman's still just
Roman's just Roman, isn't he?
yeah, he's
Roman's
still,
just Roman.
He's still just
He's
Roman.
face, but everyone hates him still.
Yeah, and I just can't see like Vince letting go of little Roman to bring him back into the Shield. Like he wants his big dog out in his yard. So I can see exactly that happening. And then when they do bring them back together, at least they've got the well, you screwed me over. But you screwed me over. So let's bury the hatchet and let's carry on.
I think with the whole Shield angle, they've got to do it like DX. And when DX split up, they split up for a long, long time. I think it was about 7 years, maybe even longer than that. And I think they need to do the same with the Shield. Have them split up for absolutely ages. Tease it like what they're doing now with things like this. I think that works. But for me, don't do it for a long, long time because all three of them are all pushing on for their singles careers, and all three of them doing really, really well. And I think they need to keep that going. Always tease it, always mention it, so the fans never forget. And then when it does happen, it's something that the fans have wanted for so long, and they finally get it, and then it will kick off.
We're going to quick fire through a few of them now because we've got quite a few potential matches that can happen.
This is a long show.
It is a big show. It's going to be 4 hours. It's going to be like Mania kind of length with kickoff and everything.
Kickoff show,
But Jordan's doing some stuff with Miz at the minute. Intercontinental title match between Miz and Jordan. Quick fire one.
Be interesting. I think
Don't-
it'd be good.
Do we like Jordan at the minute? He's Kurt Angle's son. Which
No.
the fuck?
See, I think
No.
I think he's good in the ring, but he's terrible promo.
I think it's I fucking the most the music he had when he went on to Miz TV is fucking awful. Whoever did the music for that needs shooting
like a sort
in
of,
public at a public gallery.
Was it
awful?
I heard a great thing. It sounds like someone's farting Kurt Angle's theme music for a trumpet. Which I thought was great.
That's all we need to say. Let's move on from that one. Right. John Cena obviously going to have a match. Corbin. Yeah. More than likely.
Yeah.
Probably.
Does he win?
Maybe.
I think Corbin won't win, but then he'll probably cash in maybe later on.
They like to do that, don't they?
They love doing
yeah,
that.
maybe
He'll
Corbin
lose and
loses
then
if he
lost.
cashes in.
They
If he
book,
loses, it makes it more likely for a cash in.
If he wins, I don't think it could.
Money in the Bank winners lose a lot as well.
Yeah. Another one that might happen. We're seeing a 3-way tag team at the minute with the Hardys and the Royal and Club. More than likely that they'll have a 3-way tag team dance. I feel like it's got kickoff written on it though.
It could be. It's a sort of interesting match,
with everything else going on, and the fact that you have to have a Cena and an Orton match as well.
I can't see them putting the Hardys on pre-show. If it was any other team, then yeah, you're right, pre-show. But because it's the Hardys, I think they draw too much money and attention.
But even then, you've got the 2 world title matches, the 2 women's title matches.
But they're not going to be on the pre-show.
The tag title matches, Rollins and Dean aren't going to be on pre-show. New Day and Usos have been killing it too much to not be on the main show. So that's 6 there already.
Like they'll probably put like Jordan and Miz on the pre-show.
Yeah, maybe.
And that,
Shane though, wouldn't it? Big story like that.
Yeah, I can't see him putting that story on the pre-show.
With Kurt Angle.
Cruiserweight will be because it's the fucking Cruiserweights. So
Neville.
See what happens.
We've touched on it already, but as I was saying, like there is inevitably going to be stuff bumped to the pre-show. What do we think will get bumped to pre-show? So Dave, start with you.
So tough, as you said, it's impossible to pick.
It feels harsh. Like,
Well, it would just be
Yeah.
2 matches, wouldn't it? So,
Yeah.
It's obviously cruiserweight and then something else, and I've got a feeling they could even do it to the WWE Women's Title match with Natalya and Naomi.
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
that, yeah.
I think they'll do that. I think it'll be those 2 title matches.
But then that for me just solidifies Natalia's status as like that women's wrestler who never quite could.
yeah,
All the potential in the world, all the dynasty, but never.
it's the weakest match out of all the matches on there that WWE are pushing the most for. I look at that and just think the 2 of you are too weak compared to, at least with Jordan, for example. He's got the Miz and Kurt Angle to back it up.
Storyline there.
I mean, would you change that at all? Anything else like
No.
cruiserweight? I think we can all agree is kind
Yeah,
of a crucial.
cruiserweight. Do you know what? I think it is going to be the tag team titles.
Which one?
The
The
Raw.
Hardy's thing.
The
Tag
Raw
team
tag team
titles.
titles.
Yeah.
So, assuming it is Seth Dean. But
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think?
Oh, you
Yeah.
just go through. You're changing my mind.
Yeah, but to be fair, they put Dean Ambrose on the pre-show Mania this year.
yeah,
so-
true.
Yeah.
But
But,
like,
Yeah, but
Rollins
Seth-
is the
I know
cover
it's a
for
different
WWE
situation,
2K.
but
Putting this, like,
I can't
mini
see them
shield
putting
that
Dean
you
and
want.
Ambrose and Rollins on the pre-show.
Rollins is
Yeah.
face
I
for
can't see it
2K.
on there.
They won't do that.
Yeah, I think it's the women, but it'll only be the women if it's not like if it's not like what Dave says. They're doing like a swan song for Natalya because she's going to
Yeah.
retire or whatever. They won't do that on a pre-show.
There might be some random match with Carmella against someone, wouldn't there? So.
yeah, there might be a SmackDown multi.
We might get an
match,
Enzo
maybe.
match.
We might get an Enzo match.
Great.
Fuck, Enzo and Big Cass. Forgot to mention them.
Well, they did a thing, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're doing a thing in a minute. Whether that turns to a match at SummerSlam, I don't know.
That's another
Rumours are
theme music
Enzo's
that
getting
sucks.
pushed down to 205 or NXT.
Big Cass's
Yeah,
one.
to be fair, that is shocking.
Yeah.
It was
whole
it
Big
was a
Cass
massive
Enzo
mistake breaking him up. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Another one, Cass's second lot of music, awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Both
I
of the
can't remember it.
themes he's had.
Generic big
There
band
you go.
music.
It is that time once again, where we have to make a little trip down to my favourite sandwich bar, down to the Rainham Cafe. And you know we've got Wilkie here today, but I'm sure they've got something very special in store. So let's get right on it down to the Rainham Cafe. Let's go.
Yeah, my place of work. Yeah.
You were there.
There it is. Okay. Right, here we go. Right, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Welcome to the Rainham Cafe. Basically, here we are today. I've got the greatest news ever, the biggest smile on my face you'll ever see. We finally got word that Robbie E is still alive. Show the footage, people.
Yo, what up? It is Robbie E, and I am driving, and I'm stopped at a red light, and I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I wanted to get it in for you because I love watching loose trunks, okay? And question seems to be, out there asking what Robbie E's favorite sandwich is, and I just wanted to say that I'm roast beef Robbie E. My favorite sandwich is the roast beef sandwich. You dig? Boom.
Anyway, as the big man said, Robbie E himself, his favourite sandwich is the roast beef sandwich. So, I went down the shop, bought myself a roast beef, didn't I? Roast fucking beef, mate. So anyway, here in Rainham, we don't like to just, Robbie E, the original list maker, if you ever watched TNA Impact back in the day, he said, whoa, you ain't on the list? This sandwich is on the list. It's like a god made the sandwich. It's like, what would that Wilkie guy say? Fuck me. It's like having sex with Alexa Bliss and then totally like finger banging someone in their prime. This sandwich is fucking good, mate. Oh, mate. You know what? I learned Spanish today. Didn't do too well, but I'm doing good at eating this sandwich. It's no. Roast beef Robbie, you fucking hero. I ain't swallowed the rest of it. Oh, shit. How about that? Well, I'll swallow. Yeah, sorry about that. There we go. Oh, mate. Right, mate. When it comes to sandwiches, you can't beat the roast beef sandwich. That's what Robbie E. Today, you, sir, Right now, Loose Trunks Hall of Famer. Sorry, Paul. Robbie, you're sitting there, mate. The roast beef sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Beach Ball Mania!
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
That was.
No.
Don't know who that was, but
I mean, well, you're right. I mean, that was
no,
all right, wasn't it?
it was decent.
Yeah, I don't want to be too hard on the kid, you know, but Kelvin sorted all this out, so or Chris or whatever his name is.
Callum.
That uses, is that his name?
Yeah, it's Callum.
He sorted it all out, so you know, Rowdy Haslam has done his best.
Yeah,
Wilkie, you gotta go and sort it out. He's doing Beach Ball Mania and everything.
What,
like
in
that.
the cap?
In the cap.
For fuck's sake! What the?
He's putting TNA on the TV.
In the cap!
In the cap. Fuck! Robbie Eastborough's highlights. You gotta get it off, man.
I mean, guys, we're doing this like a
Cinema.
show,
Yeah,
but like the fuck.
What you doing, Doug?
Oh, he's
What
long
is he?
gone.
Is he coming back? I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
If he's on a
He's
full
long
Wilkie, rage, he won't be back for about 3 days.
He's
3
gone.
days.
We better phone the police. Actually, to be fair. 'Cause
Wait,
Haslam's
wait,
pretty much good
we
as
got to
dead.
do the Doug. Just,
Well, I mean,
just
what,
sit down,
What matches
Doug.
you got left?
We still. I mean, I know we've got like the Brock and Braun and.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
sweet.
There he
sorry.
is.
Oh, okay.
All right, we got
Yeah,
him on
I'm
that
done.
one.
I'm sorted.
I mean, we're not gonna get there. We'll get to that. We're not gonna get there quite yet.
What?
But,
Oh, yeah, no, it'll be fine. We got some other matches. It'll be fine.
First up,
I'll watch some wrestling.
we got
Yeah.
Hey,
the
mate,
two.
you alright? What's your name?
I don't know.
You don't know your own name.
Yeah.
I should
Dirty Daniel
I should mention,
Bryan
by the
Mark.
way, this is like our replacement for Wilkie's Rage here. This is the Doug the Conqueror.
Hello, Doug.
ladies and gentlemen.
I know I recognise him
Our
from somewhere.
NXT host for our next NXT takeover.
Alright.
I do.
Who's that?
Not too bad.
Who's that?
It's the man.
What, Daniel
Man
Bryan?
with plan.
No, bigger Daniel
Oh,
Bryan.
he's got a beard, sorry. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it
like
was the
Daniel
same.
Bryan's test tube baby.
okay.
If Daniel Bryan actually grew a little,
Oh.
this would be the
He's
result.
elite to grace, yeah.
There you go.
Big strong
He's a
man.
perfect package.
We're gonna go into the two big title matches. So, first of which is the WWE Championship. It is. Oh, and actually as well, because we're going to be talking about Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jinder Mahal. We would like to bring in a special guest as well. We're talking about Shinsuke Nakamura. For years, he was a massive part of New Japan. And seeing as it's a good occasion to do it, it's a SummerSlam special, we're going to bring in the world's largest foreign correspondent. It's Liam!
Do it for Meltzer. Do it for Meltzer.
Too sweet!
Too sweet. I don't know. Am I just going to the back? I'll just chill.
I mean, I'll tell you what. If I move my professional equipment around here, you can come next to me, Liam.
yeah, I'll just go.
Oh, this is like a little interview together.
He's the special guest.
Yeah, there's room for a little one on there.
Liam, you are taking up the entire sofa. Pretty much. I'm assuming you're on camera. I'm not entirely sure at this point.
He's
We're all
honest.
good. We got the thumbs up. So Liam, Shinsuke Nakamura is in the WWE Championship match. One of the main events for SummerSlam. Tugboat hates Shinsuke Nakamura. How do you feel about this?
This is really hard because I'm going to annoy everyone.
Well, you love Jinder.
I don't love Jinder. I think Jinder's done alright. I think the Singh brothers have been the stars. My problem with Shinsuke at the moment, and I've got very tired of him.
What?
Oh,
I will
well, it's 1
explain
minute
why.
you've been on there.
I will explain. You have to remember, I've seen years
No,
of New
that's my
Japan. I've been watching him for years in New Japan, and I think the biggest problem is, and it's the only thing I agree with Tugboat on, is the language barrier is making him have worse matches over here in America than in Japan. Because he used to be a ring general, he would book a match basically, and he would do all the points. Now, like the Baron Corbin match, it just doesn't flow in a fucking Shinsuke Nakamura way. And I think that's the difference. If you go back and watch, like, if you boys watch it, you'll see a completely different star. If you think this guy's good, the guy that I'm used to is a fucking rock star. Do you know what I mean? And that's the only thing, and I think, especially against Jinder, who, if we're honest, is a jobber. No, he is. He's a
Yeah,
do you know
fair.
what I mean? He's been put up there, fair play to the guy. He's doing the best. He isn't doing bad. He's doing the best he can. But I just worry about that language barrier, Jinder's inexperience of booking match, do you know what I mean? And then what that match is going to be like. I'm not saying it's going to be the Liam Copeland pile of wank, but I definitely don't think it's going to be my too sweet match of the night either, though.
I bring on Liam to be the positive energy for Nakamura.
Exactly.
against Tugboat.
I am. I
Come
love
on.
it. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy. Tugboat's an idiot. But the one thing I do agree with, if you watch his, what I'm saying is, it's only the language barrier of the matches. Do you know what I mean? Like if you watch his old matches, even in NXT, you watch the matches. It's very different to the matches now, because I think he can work on the main roster, but I think he consistently isn't getting. Like the John Cena match was superb. Yeah, that's because he's with John Cena. I don't think it's right for him to be with Jinder. I think he deserves a title shot.
I think his matches have not been as well. Yeah, like, I don't think his matches have been as good because of the people he's been put with.
His second match,
because Corbin's not right. It's been decent,
correct.
but Corbin's never that amazing wrestler. He's no AJ or Sami Zayn.
I think the
So he's not gonna
negativity
have those
around
amazing
Shinsuke
matches.
involving his matches since he's gone up to main roster is that he hasn't had that standout pay-per-view match like he did at NXT.
Yeah.
Corbin's a good example because his match with Corbin at Battleground just didn't click. But the one on SmackDown afterwards was actually very good.
It was almost like
for the time
Nakamura was wrestling down to Corbin instead of Corbin wrestling up to Nakamura.
Because Corbin couldn't
It's,
really
it's
go
also
to his
it's
level.
also a different style. Like you have to understand, like, and not trying to go on New Japan on people, but on New Japan, it's based very old school. It's based as real wrestling. So mid card is mid card. Then you got your main event is the fucking bee's knees of a match. Do you mean nothing will beat it? You're not going to get like Battleground where it's the tag team match first of all is the best match. So he's obviously been told to wrestle down and not perform to the highest of his abilities because he's in the mid card bit. When realistically, I do think he's going to be an alright match. I don't know about the booking wise of can Jinder carry it. Like, let's be honest, he's just come off Randy. Randy carried the whole matches, and then the Singh brothers actually did more than Jinder did.
Going into whether Jinder and Nakamura can have a good match, with that, do we feel like, because I certainly feel like this, is that the number one contenders match has more hype than the upcoming SummerSlam match?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
It was a dream
Like,
match. I mean, it was
yeah.
such a time to be alive. We had John Cena, arguably one of the biggest stars there is in WWE, and Nakamura, one of the biggest stars in Japan, wrestling over a number one contenders match for the 3MB title holder. I mean,
it's quite something.
I think that's what I'm also saying when I say I don't think it's going to be great matches. I think Shinsuke deserves a title match. I love the man. This is not me going Tugboat and I love him. I just don't think it's going to be a great match against Jinder because I don't think
It's just such an
that
odd
language
matchup
barrier
as well, I think.
is not going to be that great. Where actually, if we had John Cena's title and then Shinsuke, it's going to be
still
superb.
show.
The match that really they need to do for me personally is AJ Shinsuke. That should be a match.
Oh,
that
yeah,
should be
that's-
for a massive
that's
title.
I think they're saving it
Yeah.
for me.
I'm hoping it will surprise us though.
Yeah.
Jinder.
See, I'm not sure how the whole story with Jinder's going to go because Jinder's whole thing has been, I come from this foreign country. You hate me
Thing
because
is-
I'm foreign. Oh shit, the guy I'm facing's outside.
But at least then we know now that he's got to take a different angle. So maybe this can be an evolution in Jinder. Maybe it's a positive.
I think weeks coming up, I think John Cena could be in this match.
I do like the fact though that they've gone down this route because the Universal title match is stacked.
Yeah.
So the WWE title match could afford to have
It's a very
a fresher,
different style of match,
younger
yeah.
feel. So it's a risk. Don't get me wrong. It's a fucking massive risk, but it might pay off.
The one thing that I do hope is that they assign their best agent to that match to help build that match.
Yeah.
And they have time to do that. They have time to build this feud. Hopefully they have a good agent that can structure a really good match, a really strong match around their two styles. And hopefully we don't have the styles clash that we had with Corbin and Nakamura.
Yeah.
We do have to move on, but just quickly, do we think Corbin's going to be involved? Is SummerSlam when he cashes in?
See, I don't think he will. I don't know. It seems too cliche for me from the cash in.
Yeah.
So
I think Cena's involved.
You still think Cena's going to be
I
involved?
think it's going to be a triple threat.
Okay.
I just got a feeling Cena's. I feel they're going to panic in about a week's time, and go fuck that, the language, everything like that. And then it's going to be Cena. And
Well, he's on the poster next to him,
Yeah.
isn't he?
He is,
makes
but
me
he's
wonder.
John
but
Cena.
Cena's
Yeah,
on
that's
the
the
poster.
thing.
You
You put
better
him
not
on
have
poster.
Cena on the
Yeah.
poster, right?
We do have to move on, but Liam,
can I just do one more thing? I would like you to join me on. I'm just going to whisper. On the count of three, could you do on a rifle, please? One. Are you going to do it with me? Please do.
I mean, I'll
You deserve it because you're so sweet.
you know, 1,
Two,
2, 3.
Fuck
Tugboat!
Bullet Club. club.
Sorry, I
What?
got it wrong. I said Tugboat.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck Tugboat.
Fuck Tugboat though. You
Yes,
Nakamura,
that
son of a
was
bitch.
See you later, lovely.
Thank
See you
you.
later, Liam.
Yeah,
Thank you for
bye,
joining
Liam.
us. That was Liam Copeland, everyone, the world's largest correspondent, foreign correspondent. So, here we go. It's the match that Doug has been wetting his pants over.
Oh, it's a little dream
It
match.
is
To be fair, get the other two
It
guys
is
out
the
there.
ultimate
Alright.
meme generator for Vince McMahon loves big sweaty men.
Yeah, he's literally just
From
thrown
another
all of his
popular
favourite
YouTuber.
big
Four of
sweaty
them.
men.
Couldn't get any sweatier.
This match, you cannot get bigger. Literally, at like in terms of actual size of the men
I'm
involved,
so excited.
and in terms of hype. I fucking love this. It is the Universal title match between Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Samoa Joe. Just saying that makes me wet.
Yeah.
Like, fuck me. It's gonna be awesome. Quick mention of how they've got to this point. Roman and Braun have been going at it for months now. Joe and Lesnar had a rivalry which exceeded expectations by miles, and expectations were already quite high. Throwing those two together, how excited are we for this match?
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
I only have one word, and that is.
It'll be good to see Lesnar actually in a match longer than 6 minutes.
Yeah, well, Lesnar as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
He doesn't have to be around a lot. This is the beauty
No.
of a multi-man match involving Lesnar. He can come in, he can do his fucking suplexes and go nuts, and then he can just sit out for
And
a
the
while.
whole thing that he can lose the title without being pinned.
Yes,
Or
and
submitted,
here's the kicker as well. They have said on the most recent Raw that we've seen that Brock Lesnar will leave WWE if he loses the title. There are strong rumours of him making a return to UFC. He's had the challenge out.
Well, now is
Yeah.
Is that? Do we see that as a possibility of actually happening? Will he leave WWE?
Me first, teacher. Me first.
Yeah.
After SummerSlam, after he's been in the ring with them three guys, what else do you do with Brock Lesnar? In my
Yeah.
opinion, the biggest thing I want him to do is actually go fight John Jones.
Yeah.
That's the biggest money fight that you can do. I know it's outside of WWE.
No, it's fine. That's
But-
what's.
Well, it gives him a
It's-
good
it's-
break, doesn't it?
yeah,
as
it
well,
gives him a
until
good
Mania
break.
again. So.
It's going to give him a good break. A happy Lesnar might resign. They might do work. Vince might work out a
'Cause his
deal. I'll let you
contract's
go.
up to
For,
Mania.
I'll let you go until Mania.
Yeah.
Like you be at Mania, but you work another 6 months after, and then something like that.
Yeah.
It's the biggest fight that I think he can have, money wise and draw wise, for Brock Lesnar personally. And let's face it, he's out to look after number one.
Yeah. With this match as well, it's got a big hype level to it, and Joe has really pulled out of the bag in terms of how big of a star he feels like now.
Well, like he actually feels like a threat to Lesnar.
He
I think,
does,
as well.
massively.
Not a lot of people have done that. So.
Raw, the last couple months post WrestleMania, has been fucking fantastic in terms of building their main event stars. You now have 4 fully fledged main eventers. Joe's become huge. I mean, is there any, like, I don't know. It's hardly a question, like, but
Well, no, he is, isn't he? Yeah, he's.
I don't think you could have booked it any better.
yeah.
His rise from main roster debut. I know he didn't have a match at WrestleMania, but then who'd you put him in against without it
Sort of
muddying the water with the mystique
I sort of
of
get
Joe?
why they brought him up that soon, but then
Yeah.
I feel like Joe, with how he performed against Brock in terms of
That
his
was-
promos and how they built to that match, and then the match itself
Yeah.
That's massively
forced
helped
his
him.
way in to what we
Yeah,
have
no,
now.
I think
with this
like
four-way.
before his match against it, like and the build up, like you said, with his match against Lesnar, he wouldn't have been in this match.
Yeah.
At
It was
SummerSlam.
everyone was
So-
saying it was looking at Roman and Lesnar.
But it
Maybe.
wasn't just his ring ability. Let's not forget his promo skills recently have been amazing. Like the thing he did with Heyman when he choked him out, when he whispered in his ear, his promo skills have been just as good as his ring skills.
The thing as well with Joe, when they were in the ring, and so you had Lesnar out there, Roman came out, and Joe came out, or like who challenges Lesnar, and that was going to the like, oh, you two are going to have a number one contenders match. how mental it was when Joe squared up to Brock in the ring, and it was just like you
crowd
felt
reaction
more
as well,
hype
yeah,
for
yeah.
that than any possibility of just Roman and Braun.
I have to give up a big props to Brock Lesnar as well.
Yeah.
The way that he's acted around Joe compared to Roman Reigns or
He looks afraid
Kurt
of him
Angle,
almost.
he genuinely actually looks like he takes a second. He second guesses
He
himself
takes him
next to
seriously,
Joe.
didn't he? Yeah.
That's the only person I've seen him do that probably for ages.
Who's gonna win?
I think it'll be Joe. Yeah.
Joe?
Yeah.
I'm going Braun.
I could see, I don't know, like Joe pinning Braun after Braun takes about 1 million finishes, and then that's it.
Yeah.
It puts a real spanner in the works with Lesnar saying that he's going to quit. I'd like to see Joe win it, but they haven't made clear about if the Money in the Bank is actually just for SmackDown. I'd like to throw a spanner out there and maybe even see Corbin just come in and just take the winner
And
out.
move to Raw.
Well,
Yeah,
The
and
briefcase is blue.
granted it is.
But it has historically happened before.
It has
Yeah.
happened before,
Well,
and
that's
if that was to happen, then he could say, "I beat all 4 of you." You know, what a great! If they're trying to put
Be a
over,
twist, wouldn't it, I suppose?
Yeah. it could work, but that probably isn't going to happen. So if I've got to pick one, I'd like to pick Joe because it's that shock factor, isn't it? You know, it wouldn't be a shock if Roman Reigns won it. It wouldn't be a shock if Lesnar won it. It wouldn't be that much of a shock if Braun won it. I think it would be more
I
shocking
think
if
it's too
Joe
early
won it.
Braun to win it, I think.
Yeah, I
I'm-
agree. Yeah,
I'm Braun or Joe. I reckon it's going to be new champ. I don't think it's going to be Roman. I don't know whether that means Brock actually leaves. I'm more towards Joe. Like,
Yeah.
just because of the way he's performed.
To
He's
be
just
fair,
got it
anyone
made.
but Roman Reigns.
yeah.
Anyone
Anyone.
but
Anyone but Roman.
It's fine. It's
Go home, Roman
It's fine. They're
Reigns.
saving him to beat Lesnar at Mania.
Yeah, no, but the thing is,
What
if,
the people
if
want.
he wins this, he's beating all of my heroes, Adam. He beats all my heroes in one match. One little match.
One whole match.
All your
Don't beat
favourite
my
big men.
heroes.
We'll see.
Sorry, just need to...
So we're pretty much coming towards the end. One thing quickly going to touch on because I forgot to mention this earlier during our during talking about potential other matches. Finn Balor
It's in that
and Bray Wyatt. It's hard to believe I even fucking forgot, but we did.
It's that same boat as Rusev versus Orton. It's just been chucked together because
Suddenly,
we don't know what to do with you two, so we just chuck you together. And I'm fed up as Wade Bryant.
Wade
Bray
Bryant.
I can't get my words out today. Bray Wyatt's all of his fights are just the same. It's
But
just
we
like,
get Bray Wyatt and Demon King.
It's
Yeah.
cool to see.
Do, like-
It's cool to see the Demon again because we've not seen him for a while. But that'll be the most.
Yeah,
interesting
again, at this
thing.
point, it's a potential match, but it's fairly obvious it's going that way.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen Demon King in a year.
that could be pre-show.
Yeah.
It would just be good to see him.
That's ain't fucking being pre-show. Fuck off.
Yeah,
If
that
they
entrance.
put fucking Demon King on pre-show. I'm just not watching SummerSlam. I'm in Tenerife when SummerSlam is on. I'm probably not going to be able to watch it anyway, but
Oh, well.
I'll protest in spirit.
They put war on the pre-show.
Yeah. But yeah. So, there's only one thing left to do, which is, of course, well, let's do this! Let's name that tune. Now, I am the champion of Name That Tune, so as such, I've not brought the belt with
Well,
me.
this is a complete rip, I think. Look.
I ain't got the belt because I ain't fucking defending
Alright, well
it.
then-
You are merely, you are merely
But let's do this.
competing in an
Let's do this
exhibition
debut
match
day.
Alright, well,
for the number one
alright.
contendership to my
Fuck it.
title.
Well, winner wins this beach ball.
Winner wins that fucking beach ball.
Give me that
Nah,
fucking beach ball.
Put it on the table. Look, there you go. What? Just hit that camera.
It's okay. The camera survived. The
Sorry.
Took
yeah,
my
and the
ball.
fucking
Sorry.
beach balls against
Yeah, but your
cameras.
ball fucking sucks, man.
What?
Fucking terrible.
That's the prize.
So we're doing Let's Do This as name that tune. So it's only right that these guys have some buzzers, I suppose. So Dave, we'll start with you. Dave, your buzzer this week or this month is toot toot.
Oh, good old
We had to
Tugboat.
get
Good old
Tugboat involved
Tugboat,
somewhere. We got
The
his sock
Russo
here.
of our
The
group.
Russo of our group. He's gonna hate that you said that.
I say it to his face all the time. It's
There you go.
beautiful.
Doug, I thought I've really channeled you here. I think
Here we go.
because your buzzer is.
Do you want me to give it a little go?
Go for it. Dave, can you give me a little
All
toot
movements
toot?
required.
Yeah.
Little toot toot from Dave.
Toot toot.
There we go.
And Adam, I know that this is usually reserved for the champion, but seeing as the champion is not involved, I'm going back to tradition. And so, Adam, your buzzer today, for one night only, because you're not the champion, it is my buzzer. I'm loaning it to you.
I don't think it is. But
It's Kamala.
yes.
Kamala. We don't have Kamala this month.
We don't.
I
He's
don't
in
know.
my heart, so it's
Yeah.
alright.
There you go.
You deserved it, mate.
So, name that tune. Simple rules. First to three becomes not the champion because I'm the fucking champion.
So what do we
Still
win?
rigged, but
So what do
we've got to
we
win
win?
something.
You win a beach ball and the chance to challenge me
What,
on
one-on-one
the next
or
episode of Blue Trunks.
one-on-one? Or
One-on-one in what? Let's do
One-on-one
this.
in a
let's
Mud
do
wrestling
this.
contest?
in a
Sumo wrestling contest?
What's on a pole?
in something
Yeah,
on a pole
pole
match.
match.
Something in a pole match.
Do you want to fight
That's
the
sock
person
on
who
a
wins?
pole
And a
match.
sock in a tugboat sock on a
On a
pole
pole
match.
match.
The winner
What, an
Oh,
actual
wow.
wrestling
Sweet.
match or
Me.
like an arm wrestling match? Or,
at the start of the
Okay.
next episode
It's
of
a-
Loose Trunks. It will be a. I'm not entirely sure what we've got ourselves in for here, but a tugboat
no,
sock and a pole match.
full-on match with a sock
There
on
you
a
are.
pole.
I say peace
So,
eating contest.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm channeling tugboat here, trying to make it as completely stupidly retarded as possible.
Yeah, please don't. 'cause
quite
I don't
hard.
understand it half the time. So you're musically talented, Adam.
That is tugboat. Money, 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 money,
So
money.
we've gone and fucking got the first one.
You didn't say which wrestler, yeah, let's go for
It's Ted DiBiase.
What, I didn't say, you just sang the rest of the song.
I'm gonna give it to him. It's a fucking
Rigged.
exhibition.
Kamara? Sid?
Nope.
Matt, stop talking.
Chris Jericho.
Boom, he's got it.
What? Was the woofing necessary?
That was
Was it nice?
that was the, yeah, it was the countdown at the beginning.
Right, okay.
I know he doesn't use it anymore. You know, he's got a list and he's very special with his scarves. But you know, you've got to stick with these things. Right.
Finn Balor.
Wrong.
Oh, I thought it was.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to
This
Adam.
cunt.
What's that cunt's name? But have complaints from the audience
In
about
fact,
names.
I'm not going to say his name and I will give up the point.
Dave Bautista.
I mean, I've got to give it to Dave because he was tuned in. But you know what? No, Adam, you got to take the fucking point.
No, I don't want the point!
You got to take your goddamn Batista point.
Oh.
This
Lonely
cunt.
old bastard.
Hardy Boys.
Boom!
Yeah, I
Done
knew it was that
in
one.
there. 2-1
I'm glad I only have to do it one
for the
time.
chance to face me in a tugboat sock and a pole match.
Yeah. I'm going to beat you at that match.
Vince.
Boom!
Yeah.
That was the worst Vince walk I've ever seen, Liam.
I was thinking of.
Were they walking past us?
Oh,
Yeah.
You saw the
It's
walking.
big.
And
Oh,
still-
no, no,
but Liam's walk was this. It was
What?
like the bushwhackers.
I thought it was a gobbledygook, mate.
Gobbledygook. Fucking hell.
For a good 5 minutes.
Blue Trunks crew are, of course,
can't-
behind the camera and they're
can't
like
even
giving
see
clues
anything
when
with
they're
sunglasses
shit
on.
at this. But I can't believe
Well,
it took
it's
you
just
so
trying to
long.
move the
Right.
I don't know why we're always
Potential
worse
match
than-
point, unless Dave can chime in with this one here. But we're on 2-2-1. So I'm giving you. I'll start again.
Toot toot. Seamus.
Oh, he's got the Sheamus theme.
The old Sheamus theme.
Old Sheamus
no one
theme.
cares about fucking Sheamus anyway.
It's still a theme that happened once, so it counts.
Right, I'm gonna go with one now. This is match point. Pretty sure you'll all
go,
get
let's
this
do
within
this.
the
You
first
never wanna
3
win
seconds
this.
of me doing it, so it's gonna be pretty
I've got
manic.
my hands ready.
The sock and the
The
pole.
hands are required for your basil.
Exactly.
Come on!
How did you not know that?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, Dave's got it! Dave's done it!
This is fucking
Dave, you are not the champion, but you will face me in a tugboat sock on a pole match, you bastard!
What a match.
That sock. I don't know what it does or how to win it, but I'm going to.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the SummerSlam special. Next time you see us, Dave and I will have a tugboat sock on a pole match. I've been Adam Schofield. Tugboats this sock. And thank you for watching. I don't know.